Everybody doing? It is day 27 of my cold turkey with benzo. I just wanted to update. I dosed at 5 o'clock in the morning. I did some Magna, green Magna, and some red tie, which was a good combination. It kept me going through the morning for me to get done at work. It is now, I believe, it's going to be 1 o'clock. I started feeling sick about 12:35. I'm trying to time it because it seems like it's lasting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 6 to 7 hours close between how do you call it, between intakes of the kratom when I start feeling sick. So that's why I come out like the red tie. But you only need not so much of it because it does hold you and a little bit goes a long way. I only take a little bit more at night so I can get that sedation feeling. But the sleeping pill works fine, so that's good with me. Sorry that I'm moving around. My withdrawal started not too long ago. Surge of heat that goes right through you. Sweating, uncontrollable heat. It's like for me, it's like if it was like the very first day. This is why I'm going on the end of this week will be the last 4 weeks of the month. And with the opiates, I withdrew in 5 weeks, but this might be a little bit more intense. This might go into 2 months, which I really don't want to because of the kratom. But then I also don't know if this is gonna work. Somebody made a statement about it only just covers it, but after it's over, you still feel the sickness. Let's see where I'm at by the fifth week. In some of the research I've done, it stated 2 months initially for the symptoms, but it can last longer. That's where I'm confused at. Like, when does symptoms end? Like, some people report achalasia, depersonalization, all that fucking crap. And some of them have it while they're going to withdrawal. I don't have it. What I have a lot is like distortion with my sight. But I think that comes from the kratom when I see the full belly. My legs hurt a lot. It feels like I've been riding bike uphill all fucking day and never rode a bike. So if anybody felt that before, you know how that feels. And I can still feel it through the kratom, but not as intense. But I can feel what's going on. I don't know, you guys. I find this a little bit harder than the fucking opiates. And opiates was hard. I'm trying to distinguish. I'm trying to see how far the sickness goes. But it just reminds me like it's the first day. So I don't know. That's how I felt with the opiates. So I'm not going to hang up my hat yet because I see some people made it through 2 months and still feel like the first day. I'm gonna give it. If it doesn't work out in 5 weeks, I'm gonna give it another month. I gotta give myself the benefit of the doubt before I start talking about reinstatement and stuff like that. But reinstating is just like you're kind of giving up. But I can understand why people give up because this shit is fucking like it makes you wonder. Like I might as well stay because I'm 52 years old and I don't want to live the next 3 years fucking bugging the fuck out. Like I'm bugging the fuck out now. Like my weight has plummeted. My eating habits are whenever my body wants to eat. 9 times out of 10, I'm full with air. Like I'm like 5'1". Like I think I probably lost like 7 pounds, maybe not like five, but it shows because I'm a small woman. And back in the days when I was getting high, I looked like I was getting high. I looked like I was on drugs, and I feel that way today. Like what do people see when they look at me? Oh, she look like she going through something. I wish I could say that I was on drugs, but I'm not. I'm trying to get off the fucking drug. Um, I'm sitting here watching myself. I look tinier than I ever before. But I'm still trying to stick it out, you guys. I'm a hard ass. I am. I have to say that. I have to give myself a little credit before I start banging myself in the head. This shit is fucking like, it's fucking intense. I'm never gonna let myself get duped into none of that shit. I'm gonna check my medication from now on because this is like, I would have to say I never went into it thinking about, all the stuff they said you could have. The most ones that you people have when they cold turkey is seizures. I don't know what it feels like. I would probably wouldn't know if I'm getting into one. It have to be a seizure. I don't know what else it could be. But so far, knock on wood, I haven't felt like that. And I think it's attributed to the kratom. That's just me. That's just what I'm feeling. Like if it did go into a seizure, then I would be like turning my head back and thinking, well, maybe cold turkey's not the best way to go. But neither is stagnating shit neither. So when I did get rid of the opiates, I did get rid of the Klonopin without even knowing it. Because like I said, I didn't take it. I took it like that when I thought it was clonidine and it was helping with the withdrawals of the kratom, which in true reality, I went up to 18 days, but on the 12th day, I didn't have no more Klonopins, which I thought were clonidine. I stopped taking it, and then I got sick like a dog, and I was asking questions why. I started feeling all right, and then I started going downhill. There's no way the opiates could attack me. That little did I know when I finally discovered what the fuck I was on when I went to the doctor, I fucking flipped. Anyway, the damage is done. I'm trying to reverse it. Like I said, I'm not going through no echinacea or whatever the fuck that is. I wouldn't know anyway. I got something on my eye right here on national TV. Like, I wouldn't know what echinacea is. I try to look it up. I try to compare. You can't compare, but I do my withdrawals with others, and I try to see what it is that people are going through, like echinacea, personalization, shocking numbness. Yeah, I do feel a little numbness, but it's not as intense. That brain zap, never felt it. I never felt it, and supposedly that's like really horrific to go through. But I feel like since I'm not getting all those symptoms, I don't know if it happens during or after. Most people say after the initial withdrawal, but I don't see where the fucking symptoms end and where do they begin. They begin like it could be 2 weeks before anybody starts getting symptoms from the benzo because it's such a long acting fucking thing. One benzo or zero point 0.1 milligram is equivalent to 10 volumes. Like, fuck. I only took it for 2 weeks straight, 10 days, 12 days. So I'm hoping that that's on my side, that the 12 days, terrific, but hoping that it won't be that detrimental or I have to be bugging out for the next fucking year. And every time, and then, I need to be like I was with the opiates. Deter. I mean, I would look at the videos and stuff, but I already have made up my mind. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to go by what the videos. Everybody is different. And I learned that I am different from everybody else. And I might go through different withdrawal. Everybody goes through different withdrawal depending on their chemistry. So I need to keep a positive thing on that. Like, that's all I have. That, and I joined the group Benzo Buddies. I ain't got nothing bad to say about them, but they're not there to. It's just a place you can vent, but not really get pointed. You got to be careful how you say things. So maybe there's other groups for that. So because I'm really looking for to see how long the symptoms, but I keep getting hammered in the head with the same fucking answer. Like it starts and it fucking ends the same fucking way. Like I don't know about all that, but I'm back on YouTube with this other fucking journey, which I'm gonna be positive about. I'm gonna make it. Some people scare you, say, "Oh, kratom don't work for benzo." It sure as hell keeping some of the real bad symptoms away. Like I feel it from I say percent of that's left is doable. So yeah, if I could go through the next 2 months, I'm sorry, the beginning, like I said, if people say I'm probably masculine and then target, I'm not listening to none of that because everybody's fucking different. And you know what? I want to be different. I want to be different because I want to be the one not to scare people, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna scare you guys into like, oh, it's horrific. Yes, it is. Every withdrawal is not a nice withdrawal, but everybody's different. If you really put your head into those videos, you freak out. Because I freaked out. I was like, and I said, no, it'll treat it like the opiate withdrawal. Don't get scared of it. Everybody's different. And I went with that mentality and I got better. I'm off of the opiates. Every now and then, I ain't gonna lie, I take a Suboxone here and there. And I did it in between all my time during the kratom venture with my opiate withdrawal, and I was okay. But that's a chance everybody takes. But I do not want to start again on the fucking Klonopin and then rekindle myself and then make it harder for me to continue. Like I find another way to deal with the pain. And right now, if the kratom works with the benzo, it's a withdrawal. That's how I put it. It's a withdrawal, like opiate withdrawal. That's what I be feeling, but more intense. It's just a little harder, but it'll pass. I didn't think I was gonna make it through that Suboxone thing. I thought the most horrific thing about that, that to convince you need to taper, but in true reality, once you taper off the Suboxone, it only takes 3 days for it to come out of your system. So why prolong a 3-day fucking thing into fucking a year or 6 months, going down every 2 milligrams? It's fucking ridiculous, but that's just for me. I'm just letting you know the real truth about it is after 72 hours, you no longer have the Suboxone in your system. As opposed to you're gonna get sick. So why the long dreaded taper? And I just don't fucking get that. Because at the end of the taper, you still gonna be withdrawing. You still gonna be withdrawing. That's the way I feel about the benzos. I'm not tapering for 2 years. Maybe I might be wrong. I don't know. But I'm giving my body a chance. And I'm giving me a chance to do this on my own. I know it's dangerous. I don't advise anybody to do it because some people body doesn't react the same. And mine so far is holding on, no seizures, no nothing. And believe me, I'll be thinking about that, but not too fucking hard. Because I'm not gonna drive myself into a fucking seizure. So if I feel anything more different or more funny, like, oh, this don't feel right type of shit, you going into something, you gotta hold on to the doors, you're about to faint, then you know that this might be something you need supervision with. I don't advise anybody to go cold turkey. That's just me. I'm putting my health at risk. I'm putting my life at risk. But if there was a chance that I would be going into seizures and that, then I would most definitely either go back on it or start with supervision from a doctor. But that just works for me. I don't advise it for anybody. So please don't, if you could see light at the end of the tunnel in my videos, that's what I want you to see. Everybody's different. You go with what your body tells you, just like a taper. When you're not ready to go down anymore, you stay there until you feel strong enough to go into the next session. But that's just how I feel. I'm just giving it a try. At least I could turn around and say I tried. But this is one med I do not, I repeat, do not want to be taking for the rest of my life. Can't even go on vacation unless you have fucking 4 or 5 of those fucking things. Then you never know wherever the fuck you at. Might be an earthquake, son. You stuck with no meds. Then Klonopin is not something you really want to travel people in your business if you don't got your name on the bottle. It's just like, oh, you're transporting drugs. This little motherfucker is like a fucking. But all through this here, I really haven't hit a depression level because I guess I feel so bad. I mean, I wouldn't fucking know if I'm depressed or not, but I kind of feel like I'm not. I'm just going through it very quietly. My family knows what I'm going through. They're by my side. I'm not hiding anything. My son knows what I'm going through. I'm just hoping for the best, you guys. And I'm just letting you know that do what makes you feel comfortable. But don't cold turkey unless you really, really think that you can do it. I'm not saying that only a strong person can do cold turkey because nobody knows what's going to happen to you during withdrawals. That's what the doctors mean about that. Everybody's different. I hear stories of people having a mild, whatever you call it, a mild seizure, which is supposed to be like the worst seizure of them all. And so far, I've been 27 days. No seizure that I can recall. No echinacea, no depersonalization, no fucking zap in the brains. That's just me. No zapping in my brain. So maybe, just maybe, I will go through the withdrawals, but not all that extra shit that's coming with all this baggage that I hear. Like, it just brings me down. Sometimes I'm online and I'm looking at that, and then I have to get off of it because it just fucks up my mentality and it fucks up with my process. So it's like it's like a big gossip thing, but it's not. It's a serious thing. Everybody's just putting out there what they're going through. Some of the things I follow, some of the things that the withdrawals have, I recognize, but knock on wood, I don't have like 80% of them. What I feel like I having is like the withdrawals like I had from the opiates, but a little bit more intense. And depending on what I'm taking as far as the kratom, like if I take the green by itself, I might feel it a bit more intense, like 40% more intense. And then if I mix or if I just have the red, I'm okay. But I could feel my legs throbbing. But the kratom helps. I'm just giving it a try. Then I also have to deal with the fact once I withdraw or once the symptoms stop, then I know I'm going into pause. And pause is just like kind of fucked up too. But look, I did it one time, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed, you guys. For all my little followers, I only got 21 followers, but that's okay. I might think I'm boring, or maybe people think I don't have nothing important to say, but to me, this is important. I just want to let you guys know out there. Don't let that scare you. Think positive. If you want to do a taper with your doctor, all well and be good. But for me, that won't work. But I'm not out of the woods yet. So it's not to say that I won't do a taper. It depends. I'm giving myself 2 months. And I'm giving myself too much. But like I said, this is more intense, but it might be just 5 weeks of it. Like the opiates were. I don't know. It all depends on the body. And I timed myself. I say 12:30. I started getting sick. I made the tea, so I'm gonna count from 1 o'clock. I'm down, and I wait till I'm in withdrawal so I can see, how long it's lasting. So it's lasting 6.5 hours. That's when you know that your body's getting better because the longer the kratom works, I feel if you're really intense, you'll feel it in 4 hours. That's just me, but that's how they say it lasts. It's a short period of time with the kratom, but you can make it work to where it can last longer by potentiating stuff, grapefruit, orange juice. Some people recommend this, some people don't. Like everybody's body's different. I take my agmatine. It helps so much with the withdrawals too. I usually take that at night when sleeping pills. Like starting today, I'm more aware of how long this is going to last because I'm like in my last week of the month. It's going to be on the first. It's going to be 30 days, and that's 4 weeks. But this one went up to 5 weeks. So I don't know. I'm still feeling it a bit. So right now, the red magda and the green magda and I did half a teaspoon of the green and half a teaspoon of the red Thai, and it's a good combination. I didn't do too much of the red. I try to make it like an even so I don't feel sedated. And right now, 80% 75% of the withdrawals are gone that I was feeling. What I'm feeling right now is a little shaky, so I might have to lighten up on each thing that I take. But I'm glad you guys coming along on the ride with me. I just, hopefully I'll be successful in this, and put it out there for the people that are withdraw from benzo. It is hard, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. Go with your instinct. Go with your instinct. Know that everybody's withdrawal is different from yours. Number one, what she might have, you might not have. And consider yourself lucky if you don't have 1,001 fucking symptoms. And I don't have 1,001 symptoms. I have the fucking symptoms of the fucking opiate withdrawal, just intense. I mean, the opiate was horrific. And there was days that it was intense. But the benzo is a little harder. So if this works with the kratom, there is withdrawals from the kratom. You got to be careful. I'm ready for that. I went through it. And I'll go through the kratom withdrawals anytime before opiate or benzo. Let's just be real. Some people like really bash kratom. I'm just keep it on the down low because I was on a kratom group for withdrawal. I did it for support. And like I said, if it wasn't for the Klonopin, it's like 7 days, 7 to 10 days. And it wasn't as intense as a thing because I wasn't a person to take 30 grams 4 times a day or 5 times a day. It's just fuck. I'm just keeping it simple. And I still got to be careful because I was drinking the Magna and it seems to be working. And I've been doing it for 27 days straight. Every day I haven't missed because that's how intense the fucking shit is. So and I do some whites while I'm on the red and the green. Like towards the end, when I start feeling a little bad, I'll take the white. But I haven't had a break in between there. I'm switching back and forth green, but I've been mostly on the green. And lately I've been hitting the reds pretty hard because it's gotten intense. And I noticed with the reds, it really pinpoints the pain. And I'm able to sit here and make this video. I mean, I don't feel wonderful. Granted, no. I don't feel myself. Granted, no. But I'm not fucking bugging out and laying on the fucking bed, scratching my hair off or zapping my brain because I'm not feeling that. I'm not going to tell you I feel that if I don't. I don't want to scare nobody. I'm not here to scare nobody. I'm just here. It can be done. I don't even know if it can be done. Let me take that back because I'm not there yet. I am hoping, so much hoping that at least by the end of the 2 months, I can say I'm symptom free. And I'm relying on the fact that I don't have 1,001 symptoms. Because like I said, when I took the Klonopin, I don't even remember taking that shit. That's how much I didn't take it. I had fucking like 2-3 big bottles full of it. I kept putting in every month. If I take twice or 3 times a month, it was too much. That I know that much. But I got wrapped up and I forgot all about it. And I took it because, wow, that's how bugged out I was. I took it because I couldn't even remember the feeling of the Klonopin. When I took it, I was like, oh, Klonopin. What possessed me to say that? Like I said, I was shaky and bugging out with the withdrawals from the opiates. But listen, it's done, it's done. All right? Doctor says I've been on it for 4 years. I don't remember taking that shit for 4 years. I remember dumping it in the garbage. I didn't know how wildly people wanted them. But that's something I wouldn't fucking give nobody unless they fucking like using it and are sick and ran out. Because I can't see nobody sick. Then yeah. But to give it to somebody, yeah, you want to get high or you want to feel really good, they might like it. I don't want to put nobody in harm's way like that. That's not my thing. When I'm done with these benzos, I'm gonna throw. I got 3 bottles of benzos. This is to show you guys that I'm not fucking really hung up on that fucking Klonopin, and I'm giving it my all to fucking withdraw from this shit. I got 1 milligram, 2.5. Like, oh, I gave you the lowest 2.5. Then why the fuck I got 1 milligram laying around? I didn't do that to myself. You started me on 1 and then you kicking me down to. Is that your way of withdrawing me without telling me? I didn't have to worry about that because I wasn't on that fucking pill like that. I don't even remember how that pill worked. But I know when I fucking picked it up, I was like, whoa. I didn't even know what the fuck. Now, that's stupid of me. Like, that was a real clueless thing for me to do. I will never do that fucking thing. I will read all the scripts that are taped behind that bag when you get your. You know what you're taking. It's easy for a doctor to give it to you because he's not here. He's not going what you're going through. I don't want nobody to go through this. Here I am, stuck again in the summertime. It's fucking hell to withdraw. It's 100 degrees. You feel like you're 2,000 degrees. No appetite. When I have an appetite, I make sure that I eat. I should be sitting here drinking water, which I'm going to fucking go get 3 bottles and drink them on down. Because that's one important thing I didn't do with the kratom. I didn't drink water, so it kind of fucked me up at the end. So I'm trying to implement the water, at least 3 16-ounce of water. I'm not saying I'd be good, but at least I'm washing that shit out and helping the Klonopin. Because I do believe that the Klonopin, it is a long lasting thing. But that's why I need to give it 2 months, because one of those medication lasts like, wow. I saw this video where this one person said they were off of it for 6 months and then got symptoms. I ain't bashing nobody. Maybe it's true. I don't know, but I can't see that because, and then there's people like 23 months or 26 months off and still got awful horrific symptoms. But when they finally cleared the air, it was because they drank alcohol. Now, that scared me because the other day my son broke out with a bottle of nice wine, but I didn't think about it, but I didn't drink the whole wine. I think I took 3 sips and I told him it was too much for me. Thank God I didn't drink the whole thing, because I probably would have been bugged the fuck out, because people say when they drink the alcohol, it really fucks your whole thing up. It just brings everything back. I feel like you're starting all over again. So I don't want to do that. I'm not really a big alcohol drinker. My problem is when I do drink it, I go a little bit too far. So I'm staying away from alcohol. I want to stay away from the cigarette. I can smoke when I'm on the kratom, but when I'm sick, I need to be aware of that. Coffee, I have always cut down on coffee with the kratom. I used to drink 7 to 8 cups of coffee a day. Now I'm down to 1 cup. All I had was 1 cup today. With sugar, mind you, be careful with the sugar, because I've noticed when I do drink the coffee with the sugar, I feel something happening in my body. So at that point, when they do say that, it is true. No MSG, stay away from that shit. I ain't worrying about it because I am picky about what I'm eating lately. But in a way, I'm not, because I can't hardly eat. So, but you got to eat. But listen, it is what it is. But I'm going to keep you guys updated. There is light at the end of the tunnel. I thank God every morning that I wake up that I didn't hit a seizure or anything like that, that I'm not getting zapped brains. Depersonalization, I don't know what the fuck that is. But sometimes I do feel when I'm very, very sick and take the kratom and it hasn't really set yet, I feel like I'm walking on air. And the light outside, it's like I feel like I've been in a dungeon for months and months and go out into the light and I can't stand the light. Half of that, most of it comes from the benzo. Because when I was reading yesterday, I was trying to read something and fucking words were distorted. And my eyesight was really burning. So that's one of the things, yeah, that I do have that people do talk about. It's that it's hard to read, or fucking, I could read it in my mind, but I have to squinch my eyes, and that's fucked up to do. But that's one of the symptoms I have. Numbness in my legs, which reminds me, I had started the magnesium when I was in the withdrawal of opiates, and I kept it on even afterwards. So I do owe it to the magnesium that I don't have the restless legs. Sometimes I do twitch my leg here and there, but it's not something that I can't stop. It's just something that I do. But I do have to say, once you implement that magnesium in your body 30 days, you might sleep and you might not sleep, but you sure as hell ain't rocking all fucking night. Your legs are fucking calm. So I'm going to order another bottle of that once I clean up my Amazon cart, which should be next week. I'm gonna order some more vitamins. They say be careful of the supplements you take, but all I'm taking right now is vitamin magnesium and a regular over the counter vitamins and my regular meds. I take Lamictal for the depression, but I think I'm not in depression because I take the kratom, so that helps too. So I just want to let you guys know everybody has their own withdrawal. Do what you do. You'll be all right. I'm not a doctor, but I'm only telling you from my experience and what I'm going through. Don't let that shit scare you. You'll be all right. And I respect, but it's been so hard for me to cry. I only cried actually today, but it was over a senseless murder that happened here in the Bronx. I'm pretty sure some people heard of it, where this young kid, 15 years old, killed unnecessarily, mistaken identity. Nobody should have to be killing anybody any fucking way. So I got emotional. So for me, that's a healing process. When you're able to cry, your feelings are coming back. I can't say I'm numb with my feelings. I'm not numb. But I couldn't cry during my opiate withdrawal. I was sedated, really. But if I did it with the opiates, I'm going to go ahead and be my own cheerleader because if I don't, nobody else will. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not going to scare you. I'm not going to deter you. I'm not going to get on here when I'm really sick. I got on here, I was feeling a little bit bad, but now I'm feeling okay. And I owe it to the kratom. So some people say, oh, you shouldn't do the kratom with the benzo. It's not going to work. It'll come back. I don't fucking care. I just going to give it a try. I'm going to give my body a try. And I'm going to see how far this takes me. I might withdraw from the whole thing. I wouldn't know unless I tried, so I'm trying. And right now, it's working. I just hope I don't build up a tolerance. But after 5 weeks, for some reason, it's still going strong for me. And I had some old kratom. I call it old kratom, which I thought was bad, and it really wasn't bad. So I got a lot of reds, a lot of greens. No, a lot of reds. I need to order some more greens. So like I said, I'm gonna start mixing the green with the red. I get a longer lasting thing. So I just want to tell you guys, it's alright if you want to cry, but I just don't really. I don't want to fucking cry. I want to be able to come here at the end of these 2 months and tell you I'm all right. But then there's a pause that I have to go through. But I'll go through that before I go through the benzos and everything. So it's a process. I'm on Lamictal, 25 milligrams, twice a day. It's like 100 milligrams. They say I don't think that's a benzo, but antidepressants are hard to come off. I'm not looking at all to get off my Lamictal because I do have issues with bipolar. And if it works, it works. That's not something I could stop taking that for a whole week and just get depressed. But I just have to be careful not to let it linger for months because then the fucking suicide attempt starts and it does. So I know enough that I need this drug. I don't need fucking Klonopin because I don't understand. I told him, why you give me a Klonopin on top of a fucking opiate? Who does that? Like, soon as I was off the fucking Suboxone, little did I know I was on Klonopin. And I could never understand for the life of me. Somebody said, why would he give you a opiate with a fucking benzo? I haven't even gone to see him. I don't know if he's gonna say, "Oh, I'm not taking you back." Then I really be off the Klonopin. I'm doing like I did with the opiates. I go there with a clean urine. I don't have to deal with him till the following month. So I have 1 more month under my belt, which can maybe lead me to recovery. I don't know because if you're not taking it, I'm gonna give it to you. I don't want to put myself out there where I don't want to be cold turkey like that. While I'm doing cold turkey anyway, but you could always find another doctor. I heard it's harder, but I just tell them, listen, I have been having a hard time, and remember you gave me that bottle that I had. I already had a month's supply. It's been bad for me. So guys, seriously, do you, but try to take care of yourself. Just reminded me to take my magnesium because if something works. I panic when I don't take it in 2 days because I know it's doing me so good. I don't have that restless leg shit. I did through the opiate withdrawal because I didn't start my medication before any of the magnesium before I went into withdrawal. If I had it in my body for 30 days, I wouldn't have went through all that. Oh, restless legs. It's really true. They probably don't even believe in that either. But I take it like every other day. But I'm gonna take it tonight before I go to bed. I gotta reorder some. Let's face it, it's working. So I'm gonna do that, and then I have some vitamin C lurking, but I had a bad experience with vitamin C. And I got some fish oil, which I'm going to start today, which is good for the brain. So I heard, I don't know. But I need to make sure that while I'm taking these supplements that I do drink a lot of water. Please do. Anyway, hugs and kisses. If nobody told you they love you today, I will. Good luck, everybody.